Welcome into NBA Today, presented by Hotels.com. I'm Malika Andrews, joined by Richard Jefferson and Kendrick Perkins. And what an incredible defensive effort by Jrue Holiday against the reigning Defensive Player of the Year, Marcus Smart, down the stretch. Game 5 helps the Bucks close out that game, finish off the comeback. And I figured if we're going to be talking defense, who better to have join us than one of the best defensive players in the NBA right now?
He wasn't doing defensive slides.
He coming in the building?
Hey, don't bet against that. We could be seeing some defensive slides in just a moment because he is headed on his way as we speak into our studios right now. You know, I gotta say, Big Perk, that means we gotta bring it today.
Look at him. Yeah. I love the energy. Check ball.
See, he got the memo too. The little button that we all look like we're headed on vacation.
I'm in my Dan Orlovsky. I'm on. What's up, Dan? What's up, my guy?
No one needs you to be on your Dan Orlovsky.
Yeah,
we're all on our Pat Bev today. That's how we're rolling. All right, enough. Let's get to the game. It might have been the game of the playoffs so far. Just no offense to anybody who was playing in the playoffs earlier. We need to take a look at this.
Fired early. You hear that? Pat, it starts early with her.
Well, we petty.
Well, it started early for the Boston Celtics. They had it all going, and then all of a sudden, we need that fountain of youth that Al Horford has.
I know, 5 points with 2 minutes to go. I don't do all that NBA 98% chance of winning, but their percentage chance of winning was pretty high.
Well, and then Pat Connaughton got Giannis in the
Look at
face.
this. Look at that. I didn't even know that. 232 when trailing by +6 in 2 minutes. God, we're good.
Well, and then Bobby Portis, the miss. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 2 of 17 from 3 in this series. He says, you know what?
I'm 3 for 18.
I'm going to take it anyways and make it when it matters.
It's called growth.
It's called growth? Okay. It's called belief. Oh,
well, this is called growth, and that's called a stuff because, my goodness. And then
I know. That's old school basketball going for layups. But
Bobby
Jrue,
Bifocals makes the play to Jrue Holiday.
That is just so big. Jrue stepped up big. Neither of these guys shot well, but this was the most crucial play right here of the night.
Well, Giannis makes the first free throw. Misses his second. Marcus Smart had it. Bobby.
Big time, Bobby.
Big time, Bobby. The Bucks bench loves it. Let's take one more look at that.
Coaching got to put some rebound on the floor.
Got to put some big boys on the floor.
Use your timeout at the end.
Yeah.
Well, the Celtics, they still have one more chance, down by just one, 11.4 seconds left. They get it into Marcus Smart.
Pat Connaughton.
That was just a great play. Great job by Pat Connaughton, not fouling, not swiping down, just being straight, just showing your hands perfectly, allowing for the help defense to come over, and then watch this play.
But how about the wherewithal of Jrue Holiday to be able to throw it off of Marcus Smart, to have the awareness of what's going on, and then if it wasn't done then, it's done now. Jrue Holiday makes the final play of the game. The Bucks loves it. Marcus Smart knows. He knows he messed up. There was plenty of talk about Holiday's defense after the game. Take a listen.
Just a great instinctive play by Jrue. Smart just, had an angle, drove the baseline, and, Jrue just, like I said, I'm not sure exactly where he came from.
No, I didn't see him. It wasn't, the play was actually, JT was supposed to come up and get it, but everybody was just standing around. And, we had no timeouts, and it was a 5-second count on the way.
It was a little miscommunication. I was supposed to come off the pin down from Al. I guess the play broke down and Smart drove baseline.
I just got open, tried to make a play. Jrue did a good job of, helping.
I just saw Marcus drive and Pat kind of cut him off and felt like he couldn't see Jaylen Brown behind him. So I just went up for extra protection and got the block. I didn't want to hit it and make it go out of bounds. I wanted to keep it in bounds. I think it's just kind of, like you said, instinctual. It's not like I planned it out or anything. Just went after it. So yeah, just try to grab it.
Big time plays down the stretch, and that's what Jrue does. At the end of the day, you live or die with Jrue making decisions like that.
2 stats really explain how the Bucks were able to outscore the Celtics by 12 in the fourth to come back. Milwaukee made all 6 of its 3-point attempts in the fourth. Boston, they didn't even attempt a long-distance shot. And then the Bucks, they also dominated the backboards 14-6. So there was so much to this comeback that we're going to take some serious time, pause, talk about it all. But before we get to that huge defensive play by Jrue Holiday, it wouldn't have even been there to be had. They wouldn't be in that position if there wasn't some great shot making late. Giannis's 3, of course, we saw Jrue tying it up off the Smart turnover, and then the putback by Bobby. What do you make of all of that, Kendrick Perkins?
Well, I mean, obviously we know the Celtics tricked the game off, right? We see that. But I want to give a lot of credit to the Bucks. We look at the Milwaukee Bucks, talked about it yesterday. I said Bobby Portis needed to, impose his will on this series. He did that. I believe 14 points, 15 rebounds. But we got to start appreciating the greatness of Giannis Antetokounmpo. That was a LeBron James type performance in the playoffs in the Garden. To walk in that hostile environment without one of your key guys in Chris Middleton and go in there and give them a 40-piece wing dinner, all flats, lemon pepper style, and to do it in great fashion, and to take that three-point shot, right? We talk about everything that Giannis can't do. We talked about when he couldn't shoot free throws and afraid to get to the line, he did that. And look at that moment right there. Giannis not taking that shot last year around this time in the postseason. He has the confidence, and when I look at him, I talk about on the verge where he's going for as being an all-time great, the second greatest power forward behind Tim Duncan if he keeps this up. But we're gonna have to talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo being on Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore. Does that mean like?
Yeah, like some people gonna have to move aside.
Don't pay attention to him. What I'm saying is that, look, you go 40 and 11. Mount Rushmore. Do you know how many faces are on Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, 4.
Yeah. He ain't going to make top. I'm glad he made it.
Why? But why wouldn't
not
he?
top 4.
But why wouldn't
of power forwards,
but,
yeah.
But why not? But tell me why not? We have at least 8 more years of seeing this Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and we will see.
Okay,
we'll
cool.
See, because there's still the Magics, the Larrys, there's a lot. Anyways, 40 and 11, what he was able to do and literally carry the team is so impressive. I love everything about it because they shouldn't have won this game, and because part of the reason why they shouldn't have won is these numbers and the way they were playing and the style of play was more reminiscent of what they were doing when they lost a couple years ago.
To Toronto.
Before Middleton took that big leap.
Before they traded for Drew Holiday.
Yes, but Drew Holiday. Before Middleton took that leap, the same way Giannis took that leap. Middleton took that leap to be that dude, late in games, creating plays, setting up Giannis, creating for himself and creating for others. They don't have that now. So now Drew has to shoot 24 shots. That's not the best version of Drew, but Drew's trying to step up. So this Milwaukee team, they're gutting it out. They are gutting it out. In my opinion, if they would have had Chris Middleton, this would be over in 6.
I think they're harder champions, too. I think that we've seen that down the stretch. Shooting free throws, not making them, getting the offensive rebound, all that doesn't come from, you can't plan that. That's just heart of a champion. So, I mean, for me, from a coaching standpoint, I probably would have made some adjustments. I put a little rebounding out there towards the end, but just overall towards the end, man, you showed that why they were the champions last year.
Well, and on the other side of the floor, the Celtics, they just they failed to execute down the stretch. So what do you think was the biggest issue for Boston, Pat?
I don't think it's just an issue. I think that Milwaukee just played good defense down the end. I mean, all the offense that we seen Milwaukee have towards the end, all that came from transition. So transition comes from defense. So you got to give them a lot of credit being good on the defensive end. Of course, you got Marcus Smart. He's been making plays all series. Just one of those games just came up short. Just you shower, toss it up, and get ready for the next game. But this is a game that Boston could have and should have won, and it's just unfortunate.
Yeah, you got to win this game. I mean, look, I thought the biggest issue is that they went away from what got them the lead in the fourth quarter, and that was actually dominating in the paint. When you look at the Celtics, they had 50 points in the paint last night. Jason Tatum, when he gets to the mindset of he's going to attack the basket, when he attacks the basket and get to the free throw line and put that pressure on the defense, he can't be stopped. But when he started to settle, that is a problem. It was at one point in time where Jason Tatum was 10 of 13. He missed 10 out of his 13 shots from outside of the paint. And then all of a sudden, he started attacking downhill. Look, he put on that size. He got those shoulders right. He got those arms right. And he's capable of doing it. But when he starts to settle, then all of a sudden it becomes a ripple effect, and they become a jump shooting team, which the Milwaukee Bucks, that's what they want you to do.
And I'm not putting Jason Tatum with the ball if Drew Holiday is guarding him. Like, they got him playing a point, as we've seen in that clip. I'm putting him off some staggers. I'm having him catch at mid-post to kind of get Drew off him that way instead of just getting into him all the time.
Because if you're on the ball and you got a smaller dog in front of you, that's tough to play. That's tough to get to your step. But if you're posting up or if you're off the dribble, that allows for a catch and shoot KD style. Just, you're too little, I'm just going to raise up.
For sure.
The one thing I will say, though, is when you look at this Celtic ball movement, I don't know why people are showing that. The thing that I want to talk about is that going into the fourth quarter, the Bucks have had leads twice and lost the game, right? And so you look at this, it's that I thought that Milwaukee Bucks worn down. And they, truth be told, in this series, they looked worn down going into the fourth quarter, and then they had a bunch of miraculous plays. They did something that somebody hasn't done. There's like 236 straight losses when leading by 6 with 2 minutes to go because of the Boston mistakes. But we can't just look at the Boston mistakes in this game and say they should have won, because Milwaukee Bucks had 2 games where they had 5, 6, 7-point leads and just couldn't hold on to it down the stretch.
I mean, Malika asked about the Bucks first. We talked about them, and then she talked about the Celtics.
Listen, man, we can do a round table, bro.
It's all.
All this is to say I like him more than I like you.
This what goes on.
That's everybody.
That's everybody. All right, I do want to take one more look at the holiday play heard around the world at the very end of the game,
Pat
because
Connaughton.
it feels like the Pat Connaughton play. Because I want to see you, Patrick Beverley, break this down. I want to put you to work on the court.
Okay,
we have
love
one
that.
in our studio. Hey, Richard.
What?
Can you show him where it's at and what it's done?
Yeah, it's right there. Oh, you want us to go
I
right
got you.
now?
I got you,
okay, I'm
bro.
sorry.
I
Oh,
think
okay, my
one
fault.
the ball
There you go.
I didn't know they was yelling at me.
I love that.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, that's a terrible dribble move. Here we go. Who's got the play?
Okay, I think the ball is
it was
left,
inbounded over here.
right wing, right?
Yeah, I'm right here. You got me.
You Pat Connaughton, I believe. I mean, you Marcus Smart. I'm Pat Connaughton.
Okay.
You go out for the ball.
Goes out for the ball. Made a misstep.
Reach.
Throw the ball. Throw the ball to me.
Oh,
Okay.
reach this way.
He's teaching.
Yes.
Okay, now you're attacking the basket. I'm Pat Connaughton. I'm not trying to do what everyone else tries to do.
Swipe
go for
down.
the box, swipe down. I'm just playing body. What my coach taught me.
So now you got a hang time. Now you got a hang time to get
great.
past this.
Okay, Drew, where you at, Drew?
Drew.
There you go.
That's
Hold
when
on.
Drew
Let me get out the
comes
way.
in.
Go ahead. Let me get out the way. I knew how that was going to play out.
That's why you hate yourself.
So listen, here's the thing though. I thought overall the Bucks did a great job of breaking up the whole ATO.
Exactly.
Putting Giannis on the ball. All of a sudden they knew Marcus Smart was trying to catch it up top. Connaughton actually jumped it.
Yeah.
And people want to blame Marcus Smart and say, oh, he broke the play. That was the right play.
Yeah.
Well, and the last thing I'll say is, so Tatum's on that ready for a pin down. They know it. They know that he knows that they know. So he's on the pin down. So when you cut him off, follow me here, follow me, camera. When you cut him off and you kind of make him go baseline, that means that pin down is done.
Right.
That means the guy that's got, 39, he's not going to get it. So Marcus Smart has to make a play. Because for Marcus Smart to catch it, bring it back up to the top of the key, and now try and get to that pin down, now you get to 3, 4, 5 seconds, so you're running out of time.
He made the right play.
Pat Connaughton made the right play of forcing him down. He gave a little bit of a gap, but then Drew Holiday came over and made the play. So you got to give credit to the Bucks. Marcus Smart did everything he was supposed to do, just good help defense.
Good D.
So because Pat Connaughton made the play, Holiday became the first player with a block and a steal in the final 10 seconds of the fourth quarter. That's over the last 25 postseasons. And of course, both came against the Defensive Player of the Year, Marcus Smart.
Defense win championship.
All day.
Still ahead, though, on NBA Today. The Grizz, they came to play last night. Pat Bev on whether Golden State is in real trouble at this point. Uh-oh. And Lawrence Stoudemire, he joins us as well in just a bit.
He's not coaching.
Does he think the Suns team is better than his great Suns team's, Perk? We're going to find out. And guess what else? The Joker.
You look outstanding. I wish I had a couple buttons open, just flowing.
I can't pull it off, but listen, I want to say this. You go show up on ESPN, bro, that's how you show up,
Yes.
all right? Straight up, that's how you swag it out.
Hey, man, you got to show the plate real fast, first of all. Show the plate. Plate is to keep the phone from falling.
Okay.
You know, I got to keep it 100 with you. Thanks for having me, man. Good to see you all.
Sure, he's an elite stopper, smack talker, but he also has the robe. So we figured we needed to try it, but our budget, we can't do Versace.
Listen, man, they was like, Richie, you just gotta have a shirt on. Look, man, I'm almost 42. I don't work this hard to not be like trying to put my chest out. Wait till we in Miami, you gonna see more chest. Wait till they finish out Philly. I might have like one button right by my belly button open. I'm walking around like I'm Mike Lowry. What we got, Malika? What we got? What we got, Lee?
You are not wrong.
Oh my God, this is so comfortable. I don't want to take a Perk. What do you think? Take a little spin.
Perk, that looked like a moo-moo on Perk.
It look nice on Perk. Don't do Perk like that. Don't do Perk like that. Don't do Perk like that.
You got clothes in, boy. See, Perk, we was gonna try and get Perk with the shirt off, but due to FCC regulations, we can't be going Janet Jackson.
This is a family-friendly show.
We can't be having things pop out. We can't be having.
I guess
we can't be having man meat pop
Gentlemen.
out.
Gentlemen.
Oh, sorry.
It's only fitting that we segue into last night's beatdown on Beale Street because the Warriors, they got utterly disrobed last night in spectacular fashion. So let's dive into how that went down. Memphis routed Golden State 134-95 in Game 5. They send the Western Conference semifinals back to San Francisco. Memphis scored 25 points off of 14 Golden State turnovers, had 36 points in the paint in the first half alone. Game 6 is Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern. Richard, are we going to be there?
Oh, we're going to be there.
We're going to be there.
Gonna be in
Here's
the building.
Draymond Green after last night's game.
We got our ass kicked. That's all right. It happens. But you don't be front runner. You know, when you spew it out, you gotta be willing to take it and not hide from it, not duck from it, not run from it. Embrace it.
Oh, it was awful. It was embarrassing. From the opening tip, I mean, we didn't have great flow, and we all had the mindset we were going to close it out tonight, but sometimes basketball is an exact science, and we play like a shell of ourselves.
Do you prefer Pat or Patrick?
Pat.
Pat.
Yeah, Mom called me Patrick.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
If his mama calls him Patrick, we're calling him Pat. So our friend Zach Lowe, he said last night that it makes him nervous when teams are up 3-1 at home and they think they can just kind of kick the can down the road to a Game 6. Does it make you nervous? Do you think Golden State's in trouble here?
No, not at all.
Right.
I think that, it's a team I played against. It's a team that has proven themselves up and down no matter what. You got to give the top, the GMs, you got to give them a lot of credit. You know, when the Golden State was hurt, they stayed with it. They didn't trade anybody. They kept it on. Man, it's over with, man. Memphis, man. What they whooped that. All right, yeah, it's over with.
My issue with the Warriors is that when they barely won, they didn't lead to 43 seconds ago in Game 4, and it was like they were just like, oh, it's fine. We gonna whoop that trigger. We're gonna do all the stuff that they were talking about in Memphis. But then they came out and played even worse than they did in Game 4. Now, do I believe that the Warriors will still win this series? Yes. But do I believe that they're playing good brand of basketball? No. Do I believe that some of Draymond, hype it up is to make it seem like everything's all right? Well, everything's not all right. You barely beat a team without their best player. One game, barely beat them, and then in the next game, you just get blown out at a historic level. At one point in time, they were down by 55. That's not the Warrior team that I have known to grow, respect, and at times you have to fear them. That's not the same team.
Well, I think we got to move forward because it's not the same team, and we can't expect them to be the team of the past. They are who they are, right? But when I look at the Warriors team, they are in trouble, and I'm not talking about in this series. Their goal is to win the championship, and the brand of basketball that they're playing right now, if they happen to go against the Phoenix Suns next round, if they go on to beat the Dallas Mavericks, they might get swept playing the way that they play. And I'm saying that because I'm looking at uncharacteristic turnovers. They're being careless with the balls. They're messing up defensive assignments on the defensive end. And all you have to do is get into them and actually punish them in the paint. We saw what Jaren Jackson Jr. and Steven Adams and the Memphis Grizzlies was doing, inside-out basketball. And when you have a guy like DeAndre Ayton, when you have Chris Paul and Devin Booker who put pressure on you in the pick and roll, it's a problem. So, yes, they're going to get past Memphis, but can they get past Phoenix? If they get past Phoenix, can they beat the Milwaukee? Can they beat the Boston? Can they beat the Miami Heat? No, they're playing bad basketball. You don't get a spanking like that and say that you're contending for a title in the closeout game.
Okay, without the best player on the team?
Right.
That team won the championship, man. I don't know what y'all watching. It's the Golden State Warriors we're talking about, man.
But it's not the same Golden State Warriors. See, you played against Kevin Durant, Golden State Warriors, as did I.
I played against Harrison Barnes, Golden State Warriors.
Yes.
But at that boy Elliot Poole can hoop.
Yeah. Yes,
I mean, they got some, the young boy Kamanga, I already said his name. Cowabunga, I don't care how you say it. But the boy can hoop.
Yes, but Pat Bev, let me say this to you. Okay, when you look at, guys and having to embrace that moment and rise to the occasion, when you look at the path that they went through, I said this yesterday, Denver might have been the weakest team in the playoffs.
All right.
Okay?
Agreed.
All right, now you go into the Memphis Grizzlies. Them not being experienced is the reason that they're actually down in this and without Ja Morant.
All right.
Now all of a sudden you go to a team that actually represented the West last year, a team that has a high IQ, a team that plays a great brand of basketball in the Phoenix Suns. If they get past the Mavs, which I think they will, that's a problem.
Man, they go run Chris Paul out that jump. Y'all stop playing, man.
No one's jumping the ship. But my only thing is Draymond, Steph, all these dudes, I have seen them play some of the elite basketball that we have never seen on this planet before. That's how good those bad boys are. And so to have them, you would think that barely leading or barely winning a game and not taking the lead till 43 seconds, they would turn it up. They would turn it up. Instead, they turned it down. How do you turn it down? 40, it wasn't even close,
Draymond Green used to look at the basket. Like, it was moments where we used to see Draymond Green go for 25 or 30. I'm watching them last night. He's not even looking to score. That's not the Draymond Green of old, so this is not the same Warriors team as old.
But it seems like everyone here is expecting them to get past the Memphis Grizzlies. It's just a matter of how far they go after that.
Man, they're going to play whoever in the Eastern Conference for the championship.
You want to bet one of them Versace robes?
Yeah, my girl bought it, so yeah, cool, we can bet that.
Please, Lord, can you just buy Richard a shirt? That would be so helpful. Still ahead here on NBA Today. Hopefully Richard comes back clothed, but all-time great rejections.
And I was like, oh! And then my kids like jumped up, and I'm like, oh, Drew Holiday had a great block.
Everything's okay. There's no monsters under the bed.
Why did you
all
have
good.
the sound off?
Well, because my son was reading, and he ain't going to do both.
Welcome back to NBA Today. It's time for Top of the Top. It's powered by Coinbase. And in honor of Drew, we're going to look back at some of the best blocks in playoff history. So we're just going to break down some video over here, Pat. The top chase down. I'm going to get out of your way.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest play maybe of my life. Blocked by James, hit him with it. Look, if you see me, I'm on the bench like, what is going on? I'm like, yo, he's about to score. I'm like, damn it. And the next thing you know, I see that black blur coming. And you know what was crazy about this block? This was literally with 2 minutes to go in Game 7. The most you can play, the most possible minutes, and this dude had enough energy to sprint that fast and block my Arizona boy, Iggy. I still love you, Iggy. I appreciate that, though, man. Now we both got championships.
Legendary
I appreciate
block.
that. Legendary, right?
That's, that's a Mount Rushmore.
I don't think we ever going to see a better block than that. In a Game 7 situation, score tied.
On the chip.
It was incredible. All right, how about this, though? Top rotation and rejection. It was last year's finals. It was Game 4. You all remember what happened here. Devin Booker, nuh-uh.
I don't know if people realize this, but from a big man aspect, when you're in the pick and roll and you got to contain the ball and all of a sudden you're able to turn on the fly and go up and get a lob above the rim.
That's not above the rim, that's at the top of the square.
That's what I'm saying. Like that, look, I'm going to contain the ball, hurry up, quick turn, and go get the block. And keep the ball in play at that.
I think my face was something like this.
No, that was
entire time.
minute 12 to go in the game. Minute 12 to go in the game.
Time and
some of the blocks, it's the timing of the block. When you do it, the importance of said block. We'll revisit that in a second.
Well, Pat, you were on the floor for this one. It's the top finger block. This is from your boy Kawhi. I'm just going to let you take us through this.
Good way not to leave home.
Good. Oh, good save. Oh, don't count. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, look
impressive though.
Look
impressive,
at that.
But that's K though. You know, K got extra long fingers, so like he got them ET joints. So like, yeah, you can see it right there.
ET joints and strength. My finger would bend back like a noodle.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like you'll talk to K and he'll be like, yo. Yeah, I've been doing my fingertip push-ups to strengthen my fourth metatarsal. No, seriously, that's how he talks.
You're not gonna do like finger curls, like, oh, look at my.
Hey, Jamal, I can't wait to have you back on the court. I can't wait to have it thing. But we need some more push-ups, bro.
Yeah.
We can't let somebody block you with a fingertip. I don't care if it is Kawhi Leonard. Come on, Jamal.
We need some
Come on, my guy.
push-ups.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go to the top block barrage. So, Perk, I know this was your choice. Go ahead.
Smith, right? Oh, look at that. Beat it all up. Take it all with you. How many more? Give him the ball again. Let him block it again.
I mean,
this man said, beat it all up.
Yeah, beat it all up. Every angle.
But it's the verticality, right? Staying in the play. Good swipe.
That's a block.
The tenacity. Look,
we own that. By the backboard blocked him one time.
This is what you call swarming.
But you see the ref didn't call foul neither.
Let
him play.
Yeah.
Let him play.
Back in the day, they used to call that a man rebound. Because somebody got to go get it. Somebody got to go get that block.
What they call it today?
Well, just
y'all not playing. Y'all can't get fouled.
I don't know how that rebound identified.
I don't know. How about top honorable mention?
Okay.
What y'all don't know is LeBron James used to look up to me.
Yeah.
But this is look at the score.
Let me get that.
Look at the score. Chauncey, my guy. Yeah, honorable mention. Come on.
Hold on, that was Chauncey you got?
That was Chauncey. Give me that with the left. You see me, I'm looking at it too. I got a duck. Watch this. I'm looking at it.
Do I see a little shade of hair?
No. I was bald then. That was bald in 98.
By choice, but that was choice.
Watch this. Teeing him up. Oh, I got this. Give me the left.
All right, here's the thing,
That's
though.
Standard definition, too.
Pat,
a little grainy.
Pat, I don't know if you know this, but in this show, we cannot give too much love to Richard at any given point. Like, it makes him very uncomfortable.
Oh, you don't have a successful.
So every time,
Oh, okay.
yeah, we don't like.
Okay, all right.
So anytime we show something good, we also have to make sure we show this.
Oh, yes. That's
This
hair.
has been the
Watch this, watch this,
rim
watch this,
blocked
watch this,
Richard.
watch this. Ooh, boom. Nice, right?
No.
Yes.
Okay, failure.
Yeah,
we talking
failure. I
about
don't have
failure. That's
failure or
okay.
success.
So I know you're going to come back.
Oh, no, there is no comeback.
No, it's not. Oh.
That's the only highlight they're going to show. They're not going to show any
Who
more.
mom was that? She's someone's mom right now.
Yeah, see, that's just, that's not cool.
roll.
See, they don't even have the
With
attitude.
the little flat toe.
Look, my son. Look, the leg. I was 17. My legs were still,
What?
I
The
graduated
legs
high
were
school
still
young.
what?
Yeah.
My legs were still developing. You thought the bounce come later.
At 17, they were
at
still
17.
developing.
Yeah, it was
Here's
the
some of the
NBA way.
best of the rest.
Oh,
That's impressive.
Damn on a bio.
Impressive. Reggie.
Absolutely
oh yeah,
exceptional.
Tayshaun.
Dunk that, Reggie.
Reggie, go to the other side.
Yeah, go dunk that.
Yeah, I see my guy.
And of course,
Off the verse.
LeBron
But that's Tiago's
once
player.
again.
That don't count.
I'm
That's
not hyping up
Yeah,
Bron.
that's
for
Tiago.
I have one more for
Oh,
your
I was on that
consideration,
game.
if
I was
could.
in that game.
This was one of the best blocks that I've ever seen.
Let me get that.
Watch, he like shoot it and hits himself in the head. That's what you get, bro.
So what?
It's okay.
Yeah, but give me that.
I thought you was gonna jump. Yeah, way to wear it.
Look,
Way to wear it.
look,
Okay.
that made your day, huh?
That did make my day. I'm ready to go right now. I'm out.
That wall has a thing for him because he ran into it so hard one day. There was almost a
Really?
Perk-shaped hole in it.
Yeah.
So,
Look at that.
It's
Look
all
at
good.
you. Don't even know what it is.
it's all good.
good.
It's cool.
Richard is leaving us for the rest of the show.
Man, thank
so
God.
does that have anything to do with the next guest?
Yeah,
We're
basically I got
previewing
kicked off.
Tonight's Suns-Mavs game with Amari Stoudemire.
If y'all show that dunk,
That's
I
coming up
promise you,
next.
man. Y'all gotta stop
got
showing
you.
that
I
dunk.
like
Don't worry.
this spot. I like this spot. I get used to this.
You get used to it.
Yeah, I
Come
get
hang
used to
out with us, bro.
Yeah, I like this.
Oh, look, I
Sorry,
don't care.
Richard.
I'm not a look. That is Amari Stoudemire. I
And
do
he
not
joins us
care.
next.
Look, I was close too.
I would've-
Teamed up with some guys in Phoenix. We only teamed up with Steve Nash, and we changed basketball from that moment.
Wow, that was the punctuation of Amari Stoudemire. Up ahead, look out. Hello, Amari Stoudemire. Nash drives right side, bounces beautiful to Amari Stoudemire, who flies in for a wham, bam, slam. Wow. Oh, brother. Oh, Amari. Offensive rebound and whammo time for Stoudemire. Stoudemire in underneath. Oh, he electrifies everybody with a jam.
God.
How lucky are we? We are joined now by six-time NBA All-Star Amari Stoudemire. Thank you so much for joining us on NBA Today, Amari.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So you announced on Get Up this morning that you're not going to be returning to the Nets coaching staff, and that's good news for us selfishly because now we get to pick your brain. So first off, after a disappointing ending to the season, swept by the Celtics.
By the way, congratulations.
On what, Perk? Congratulations on what, Perk?
I'm not returning back to the Brooklyn Nets. I know that was a headache and a half. Congratulations, boy.
He probably learned a lot, though.
I'm not going to go that far. Learned a lot. How much, though, how big is the gap between the Nets and the top teams in the East from your experience?
Well, I think if we had Kai the entire season and guys were healthy, we'll still be playing right now in the postseason. So we would have been up there with the top teams in this league if all those tangibles played out for us. But unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. So now the Nets are home. But I feel like if everyone was healthy, we'll be right there in the top with the top teams.
Pragmatic, diplomatic. I respect that.
You
I
mean
like
that James Harden, too, or just Kai and KD?
I mean, with or without James, I think, if Kai was there full time and we had, obviously if Ben Simmons was healthy and we had guys, if we had Joe Harris that was healthy, then I think we'll have a better chance of going further in the playoffs.
See, here's the thing, right? If Kyle was there full time, then they would have still had James Harden.
I have a rule, though, Perk, and you know that on this show.
That's true.
They're not here. They're not in the playoffs. Therefore, on to the next. The Suns, I want to talk about them because they are in the playoffs. Your former team, one win away from the conference finals. Are they your favorite to win the title?
They are. They are my favorite, and the reason why, because I think Chris Paul is a true floor general that can somewhat manipulate the game in a positive way that would allow them to somewhat build a chemistry that they need to win a championship. So I think they have a full team with Aiden at the center, with Devin Booker being the dominant two guard, and then CP being the floor general. I think they got all the pieces they need to win a championship.
You said to win a what?
Our new friend Pat, he has some different thoughts.
Look, he's not sold on the Phoenix Suns right now. So go ahead, Pat.
I just feel like it's just two champions out there who we seen done it. Milwaukee Bucks and the Golden State Warriors. So
yeah, but
at the heart of a champion. I mean, we haven't seen it.
Yeah, I understand that. But when I look at a team and I look at a team that's built to win a championship in this league, you need wings, right? You need wing defenders, guard defenders. The Phoenix Suns are stacked with that, from Mikal Bridges to Jay Crowder to.
That's it. Go stop.
Huh?
That's it. Stop.
Chris Paul, Chris Paul's
Y'all
a
slow down now.
Devin Booker take pride in defending.
Okay,
and then you have Landry Shamet coming in off the bench. Torrey Craig. We got. I mean, they're not you, bro, but they're at least stacked at the wing. All right, they're not you, Pat Bell, but they can defend better than a lot of other guys. So when I look at them and I look at their depth inside, I'm looking at DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Big JaVale McGee coming in and doing what he's been doing off the bench. And they'll even go to Bismack Biyombo at times, who's been providing great minutes for him. So I'm looking at the Phoenix Suns. They don't have any any holes.
Sure, but here's my question for you, Pat. Have you seen enough from DeAndre Ayton in this series?
At times. But, I mean, that's been all season, too. So, I just can't really go off the series.
Right.
He's been in and out the lineup at times. And it's the reason why, they haven't gave him his contract yet. They want him to go out and earn it. And at times. So, I guess, if he wants to get what he wants, he got to produce at a high level, and that is championship. But I don't see that happening.
Right. Well, the Suns.
He's only shooting 10 shots a game. You know what I'm saying? So he don't have a lot of opportunity to really show his dominance. I feel like if they get him involved more, get him involved early, you'll see more out of DeAndre Ayton.
Draymond go guard him, so you go ahead counsel Christmas with that.
Well, the Suns, they held the Mavs to 34 points in the second half of Game 5. Have they figured this team out defensively? And then what would Luka have to do to combat the Suns' D to force a Game 7? What do you think, Amari?
Yeah, I think so. I think the Suns defensively got them figured out. But the thing is, with Luka, it's hard to control him, right? He's a great player, can score from anywhere on the court. But as a collective group, I do feel like the Phoenix Suns do have those guys figured out defensively, and I feel like they're going to win the game for sure.
I'm with you on that. When you hold a team to 80 points, that means you're doing something right. That means you went to the drawing board, you made some corrections, you did something with the personnel, you made some adjustments. That's what the Dallas Mavericks had, 80 points. And I feel like going into Game 6 on the road, I feel like CP3 knows how valuable this is, and we saw what he did to the Pelicans, and I'm pretty sure he's going to get it done on the road tonight.
Okay, I want to go to the other Game 6 on ESPN tonight. The Heat, Philly, trying to close it out there. All right, Amari, who is the key player tonight in that matchup?
I think Joel Embiid. I mean, obviously, right now we're not getting a lot from the other guys as role players on that team, right? James is not stepping up where we feel like he can and need to be. But I think Joel Embiid is the key player, and if he dominates from the start, you give him the ball early in the paint, let him get going. I think he's the guy that's going to determine whether this team win or not in Game 6.
Oh, it's not an if. He's going to dominate tonight. Look, I expect Joel Embiid to come out there and be MVP Joel Embiid. I don't think he's going to be looking to pass. I think he's going to impose his will in the inside. I think he's going to shut all the critics up. Again, this is one guy that we don't have to not count on when it comes down to facing adversity. When the adversity hits, he comes and delivers in great fashion.
And this is gonna be off the topic for me. I'm gonna go with Tobias Harris.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Tobias. Everyone knows what obviously what Joel and James and the Maxey are gonna bring to the game. But if Tobias is scoring the ball, if Tobias is rebounding the ball, if he's defending the ball, I think they put themselves in a position to be real successful.
Do we really know what James is gonna bring to the table?
I mean, it's hard though. Let's be honest, man. You got he's just coming halfway through a team where they orchestrate everything through Joel and him being the main ball handler. It takes some getting used to. And I know playing in Doc's system, it take a lot of getting used to. So we gotta factor all that. But
I played in Doc's system.
You know how it is.
I just have to say, Tyrese Maxey,
you know how it is for the point guards,
exceptional this postseason. All right, Amari Stoudemire, thank you so much for joining us. You're welcome to come back anytime.
Congratulations, by the way, my
For what again?
Leave them alone.
In case
We'll
people went to the
have
bathroom.
Game 6 in both of these series tonight on ESPN and the app. Heat Sixers at 7, followed by Suns Mavs. Miami and Phoenix lead 3-2, looking to close those games out. And the countdown crew gets our coverage started at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. Where, oh where, does Nikola Jokic rank when it comes to all-time great bigs in NBA history? Our panel